accurate, and reliable. This is your First Alert forecast with meteorologist Kyle Dickens.
Well, another stunning day out there weather-wise. Great way to end the weekend, and of course, great way to celebrate Mother's Day. A lot of cookouts. I'm sure we're happy to there. We made it up to 80 degrees today, and actually, I can tell you that temperature, we're going to add a degree to that since then. But average of this time of year, I like to show that because it's 72 degrees. Still, though, no rainfall in the gauge. We are dry. And that is certainly a concern, not only for the potential for some drought. As you can see here, we do have that ever-expanding drought map that I think once we get that Thursday update, we're going to see some yellow start to fill in here where you see that gray. Gray is just where there's no designation, and technically we are not in a drought, but I think that will expand here. We do have some rain chances in the forecast over the next several days, but these are going to be your light, kind of isolated garden variety storms. We do have a chance towards Thursday. We talk about that first alert day and that severe weather potential. It's there, but I can tell you, folks, not too convinced. This time of year, once you get into those dry stretches, it becomes increasingly more difficult to get rainfall. So we're going to watch for that, but we do have chances in the forecast for some rain. So that's the good news. For tonight, though, a few clouds move in here, and that's going to help suppress that temperature from dropping too much. So low 50s tonight. A stray shower or two, or stray thunder shower or two possible here over the next couple days. And once we get into the middle of the week, we really heat up, and that could possibly give us enough fuel for some severe storms. Do have some factors that we're watching that could mitigate that threat, but overall, the threat is still there, so we'll put out a first alert day for Thursday for that. We'll talk about that here in a minute. For tonight, though, absolutely gorgeous out there, so get out and enjoy it tonight, and a great way to end the weekend here. A few clouds, as mentioned, will move in here, and a little bit thicker cloud cover as we head towards your Monday, but we're going to start off in the mid to low 50s, but quickly, we're going to rise up into the 80s. Mid-80s expected tomorrow. And I'm putting a slight chance of rain, thunder showers in tomorrow. I think most of us will stay dry tomorrow, but you can see here it's trying to pop up some of those storms. These, again, are going to be your garden variety storms, so nothing too concerning there, but maybe one or two hometowns gets some rainfall from that, so that'll certainly be nice. But then we get to Tuesday. We are going to have a little bit better chance of some scattered thunderstorms. Again, nothing severe, garden variety type. And you can see with all that heat that builds in and a little bit more moisture, we do see those kick off. Again, they're not going to produce a ton of rainfall, but enough to definitely wet the ground and kind of mitigate some of those dry conditions that we are experiencing. Then we turn our attention to Thursday. It is our best chance over the next 7 days for organized rainfall, but again, that could come with the cost of some severe weather, and tornadoes, large hail, damage winds are possible. Now, here's what we can see. You know, long-range severe weather forecasting gets a little bit more difficult this time of year because we get that capping effect, and I certainly think that we are going to see a cap here develop here on Thursday that could prevent storms from forming. That also can go the other way, where that cap forms and then it breaks explosively and we get a lot of supercells to form, so that's why we got to watch for that. You can see that area in yellow there highlighted for the potential for some severe weather. Again, I do think that cap will play a factor into who gets what, but if you're further east of the river, the chance is a little bit better that we could see some severe weather. We're watching even the potential for some wind shear throughout the day into the evening hours. Then all that energy slides off to the east, and it definitely looks like it's going to be a bigger deal for folks out in the Chicagoland area. Nonetheless, we're going to continue to track this, and I just, again, want you to kind of remember about Thursday that we're tracking that potential. Good news might be here come tomorrow that models continue this eastward trend and showing that cap in place. We might be able to drop that first alert day. Something we'll watch closely. But nonetheless, showers and thunderstorms will be possible here Thursday. Again, that cap will be in place. It's a layer of warmer air aloft. You know, air cannot rise if it's warmer, but if that cap breaks, you get those storms to form. So that is what we're going to be tracking. And then once that system moves through, we got cooler temperatures, but more seasonal on the back end of that as we head into the weekend. But long range, your 8 to 14 day outlook shows us becoming a little bit wetter than average. So we'll change of the patterns here. Once we get into the night tonight, temperatures dropping into the low 50s. 7-day forecast is pretty nice. If you like that summer heat, you're going to like this forecast, I think, especially Tuesday, Wednesday. And then Thursday, certainly going to be a warm one, breezy with those thunderstorm chances again. Watch that closely. Not anything to be too concerned with yet, but enough to where we're putting out that first alert day. Then 70s once we get into Friday and the weekend. Well.